Howdy, Possum Patty here, and I'm just journaling, so come on along. This is my paper bag journal that I made last month with prompts from Susan at Susan Hiles Art and Sheree at Turquoise Dreaming when we did use paper bags. And I turned my paper bag journal into a Trashy, and I'm not putting anything in here but trash. And so this month, Susan and Sheree came out with prompts to work in the paper bag journals. So the first week, which was 3/11, March 11th, were to work on backgrounds, and I put some backgrounds on the pages. And then the next week was pockets and tucks and belly bands, and I made a few of those. And then this week for March 25th, it's just to embellish and add paint, lace, fabric, quotes, stamping, whatever you wish into your paper bag journal. So I'm sure people are going to be adding some beautiful touches to their journal, but my journal is trash. So I'm going to find some beautiful trash to put in my Trashy. Well, I already painted a page. I painted an artichoke on this page. I mean, the picture of the artichoke was on the bag. And pretty soon, I'm going to paint these asparagus, but probably not tonight. Tonight, I just want to add a few touches here and there. I made a belly band on that page. I can make something to put in there. I have so much to do in this book that I could basically do anything. Backgrounds, work on my tags, work on my belly bands, decorate my little journaling cards here, but there's not going to be any real journaling in this. This is just trash, fun with trash. So I'm taking a quick look through here to see where I want to get started. This is my envelope flip at the back. And it looks like it just came off. I'm going to have to put this back on here. I wonder if I should sew that. Stand by. Okay, that's better. I just did a stitch all the way down. I got a little crooked at the end there because it's having a hard time putting this through the sewing machine. But no problem. It's the Trashy. I need to make something to go into these pockets. Okay, so the first thing I did, I was cleaning up today. I was doing a little organizing. I have to rearrange this whole table. But right next to the table, I had one of those old wooden TV tray stands with my computer on top and my basket of punches underneath it. And we went out to the Walmart today, and I bought just a new plastic 4-drawer unit, and I put it over there instead of the TV tray, and I put my computer on top of it like I had on the TV tray. But now I have 4 drawers. And in one drawer, I'm putting my slow stitch stuff because I had no drawers for this. And since I'm doing a slow stitch book now, my Just Because book, I decided that I should get out my embroidery floss and organize it and put it with scraps of material and lace and things like that in the drawer over there. So I have it handy so I can work on my slow stitch book. So I put the punches in the bottom drawer, and then I put some material in one drawer, and I'm putting the floss in another drawer, and then, I don't know, I'm sure I'll fill up the other drawer. I have so much junk in the room. Mr. Possum says it's taken over the room. Well, yep, it is. Oh, so that's why I had this punch out, and I forgot all about this. Well, this makes like a lacy edge. And Susan and Sheree had mentioned adding lace. I'm not going to put real lace in my Trashy, but I have this Viking River Cruise book, 22 and 23, And I just grabbed a page and I punched it with this. This is a nice Martha Stewart punch, but I bought it at a flea market and I got it for a good price. But I can take that book, which is nice shiny paper, and make some pretty lace-like edges, can't I? And that would be adding some lace. So I could do that. I could put one right here. And I think I will. So for today's Trashy session, I am just going to be playing around, adding touches to my Trashy. And I'm rearranging everything so I can't find anything. So the first thing I'm going to add is just this bit of lace. Let's call it lace. Lace. Now this envelope flip is pretty heavy because I have a whole bunch of envelopes in here and they all have like journaling cards in them. So that may have been why the glue wasn't holding it down. I'm not really sure. But I thought the glue would. So I'm going to use that glue to put this lace on. What side? I want the side with a little bit of pink here. Where some of the cruises have been sold out. Well, we haven't taken any vacations in quite a while because of the pandemic, and before that because we were moving. It seemed like as soon as we got settled in from moving, pandemic struck. Mr. Possum says he's not going anywhere if he has to wear a mask and half the things are closed. He said, forget it. Wait till everything opens up. Okay. Oh, I could probably put one on this pink page. I have a little tuck here. I can put a card here. Well, I should have changed the battery before I started, but I didn't, so I had to stop and do that. All right, so all that fussing, I've added one touch of lace to this pretty pocket. Stenciled on there. I can do some more stenciling. Well, I found this. This is a magazine page, and I cut some hearts out of it. And I believe I did that for a page in my journal Trashy. So this is trash left over from my other Trashy. And it looks like a border. That could be interesting. I'm going to glue that down. And then I'll go grab something else. This is basically like, get something out of the bucket, grab it, glue it. Not supposed to be a whole lot of thinking involved. And what I'm thinking about is how to rearrange all my trash. How to organize it. Oop, 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 oop. Okay, I just got glue everywhere because I dropped it. I've got some garden journaling to do, and I haven't painted in my watercolor book for a couple of days. I gotta catch up with that. And then before you know it, it'll be Slow Stitch Sunday already again. Time is going by so quickly. A bit of this red. What can I do with this red? Ooh, now that is interesting. That is interesting right there. Right up to that red line. And then I can find some more stuff to layer. I need something for over here too. So the weather's supposed to get cold by Monday. My little morning glory seeds popped up. I let them go outside today for a little while and enjoy the sun. But then I brought them back in. Okay, I was going through the bucket to find some magazine pages to fill in that other thing, and I found this. Oklahoma State Parks and Outdoor Guide. And I love this bird. I'm going to put this bird right in here. Will he fit? I can get him in there. Maybe on the screen page. I can fussy cut him a little bit. And just glue this down. Great blue heron. We have these birds here. So cool to watch them fish. Look at that. I think it wants to be inked. I think ink. I think some ink. Excuse my reach, I'm looking for a sponge over there. Nice green ink around the edge. So this couple decided they wanted to take a bike ride with us on a trail along the river. This was several years ago. And when I'm on the trail along the river, I'm always watching for nature. So we're going down the trail and I stopped my bike and I made everybody stop. And you know, they didn't want to stop. They just want to ride, 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 ride. I said, well, you're in the park. You got to stop and look at nature. Well, look at this. So out in the river was a great blue heron. And it was standing as still as a statue. And they want to hop on their bikes and leave. I said, no, 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 no. I said, wait, 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 wait. And for several minutes, I made them just stand there and watch this heron standing as still as a statue out in the river. All of a sudden, he goes, like this, so fast, and caught a fish just like this in his bill and swallowed it. I don't think they were very impressed. I enjoyed it, but they kind of hopped on their bikes and left, so I had to catch up. I enjoy the little things in nature. So when you hike in the woods with me, it's more of a wandering from one plant to the next, watching one butterfly, listening to a bird, walking over to the next plant, admiring a tree trunk, bending down at the rocks. What kind of rock is that? What kind of moss is that? Meanwhile, people have headphones on, they're listening to music, and they're just jogging down the trail, not even looking at what is around them. All right, I like that. I could always add something to the page. I'm not used to doing that, so that's something new for me. Is to add a little touch here and there, and then come back and add more touches at another time. Did I ever make a card for this one? I don't think I did I? No, I didn't. I thought I had a card for here. Okay. I have a belly band here. All right, let's go back to where I was before I got distracted. There's a magazine page. Pretty aurora borealis there. I think this blue would make a good transition from this red and sort of teal color here, turquoise, over to that blue page there. So I think I'm going to put a little bit, but you know what, this is such nice, why cut it? Do I have a bigger spot for it? I can make it a whole page. And save that little spot for something smaller. I keep reaching in the wrong direction because everything is moved. See, now this would make a great background for something to put on here. So I'm going to go ahead and use this as a background. I'm just going to glue this down. This is a McDonald's bag. Looks like I need to trim it at the top though. So I'm just going to cut right there. Oh, this is a, I opened this like, no, that's not a pocket. That's a tuck. Oh, you know what? I'm going to glue this shut. I'm going to glue this closed. How about the bottom? Yep, the bottom needs some glue too. Am I in frame? Glue that shut. Sorry, Susan and Sheree, I know that's not an embellishment. That's a background. I just can't stick to the program, can I? But I like it. All right, let me find something else. Okay, now this is a paper that came in a pack of stencils, 12 by 12 stencil. And I saved it because of the black, but you know what? I kind of like this on the back. And she's done stitching and sewing buttons, it looks like, or sequins. Might be sequins. And I don't know what else, but this is Julie Balzer. Painter, memory keeper, mixed media artist. Lives in New York City. Shows her mixed media book here. I guess she designed a stencil showing some of her journal pages. I'm going to cut this out. Julie's work here. Looks like something to make a journaling card out of. A tag. There's no journaling. All it is just like art journaling, visual journaling, all kinds of journaling. All right, this has got to go somewhere. Somewhere. Fit perfect in that belly band. This is funny with bananas, isn't it? Alright, I'm just pulling out stuff, being very random here. I might put that on there. And then I pulled out this card. This is just advertisement from the Ag Department about joining a CSA, Community Supported Agriculture. I did that one year, a long time ago. And you can, at that time, get a reduced price on your membership if you went and helped weeded the garden. Unfortunately, the year I went, we had a drought and the gardens weren't producing a whole lot. We ate a lot of purslane that year. It's hard to weed the garden when it's very, very dry. Oh, that fits in there. Shave a little off the top. And I'm going to stick her in here for now. And then she can get worked on another time. This is not how I work, so this is like new to me. I know this reminds me of moons. So I think I'm going to put it across from the galaxy here. I could put it on the galaxy. No, I'm going to put it over here. Now I hope the glue holds this down. It's very shiny, plasticky kind of stuff. Now, is that part of the background or is that an embellishment? Yeah, this is from the dish drying mat, but I think that would make a great belly band. So let's see. Put it on there. Well, you know what? I could make it thinner. Make 2 belly bands. Do you cut straight? I never cut straight. I think I'm going to glue this on here. Like that. I like interactive, so I want pockets and tucks and belly bands. Even though it's just a Trashy. Not going to be like all collage work. Oops. An interesting mix of play. Such a slob with the glue, my goodness. Well, I just got so much glue on there, I just stuck something on top of it. I was trying to wipe it off, but I just kept smearing it, and so I just stuck something on it. Okay, let's see now. What was I going to do before I started this mess over here? I'll find something else now to paste, I guess. I found another bit of a tissue box, which would be just perfect to cover this tuck right here. And then I can embellish that with something. So I don't know how interesting this is to watch or not, because basically I'm just grabbing pieces of trash and gluing them down. But it's not like my other Trashy where I do a whole page to completion. So this is new for me. Let's see if I can do it this way. But I think sometimes having a base to start with might be interesting to see what you can then do with it. So I still have a lot of backgrounds to do and tucks and belly bands. But I can do some more embellishing once I get all that done. Now that'll be a good base for something. Put right on there. Oh, while I was at the Walmart, yes, I did go over and look at the embroidery floss, because you know now I'm collecting colors. And I discovered I had fewer blues, I think, than most of anything, and purples. So I try to get some lighter blues and some medium blues. And this is a really pretty color blue, different than the other ones. So later on I got to wind these up, put that on the ring. Now I'm just reaching in the bucket and pulling out things and sticking them down somewhere. Now this came off a journal page. This is a calendar, and I'm using it in different journals. And this is obviously left over from something I did. And I bet you I can fit this down on something. I don't even know if I'm in frame. So I like these colorful cups. I don't know if I want to cut it. I guess I could. Maybe I can use the flowers for something else. Ooh, I can put that right there on that Dunkin' Donut bag. Do it. Let's do it. Okay, I started off with a little bit of embellishment. Did a couple backgrounds. Did a belly band. Layering up a page now. Hopping around through the book. So this is kind of like a spirit Trashy, because I was listening to Lizzie talk about spirit stitching. And she was like, whatever the spirit moves you, whether you want a machine stitch, slow stitch, embroidery stitch, doesn't matter. And I'm just trying to hop around through here and see what I could do. Ooh, I like this ribbon on here. Oh, where's that ribbon? I'll have to find that. It might be interesting, just like that. I guess this is good to do if, you know, if like your perfectionism is holding you back. If you don't know what to journal about, if you can't get a page started, if you feel like everything has to be perfect and it's stopping you from journaling, if we just grab some trash and play. I cut off a couple little bits to make it fit on there, almost. Looks like it's painted with gouache. Okay, let me reach in, grab something else. Here's a little bit of scrap left over from something. Still have that little white space I want to cover up. So I think I'm gonna slice and dice this, make it fit. Okay, so I need to slice it there. And how far this way? Right about there. All right, that's going to go right there. I'm going to keep going in this book until every inch is covered in a few layers. Some people made their paper bag journals, you know, like using 3 or 4 bags. And so they could finish those up quickly, but I guess my idea was more to have something to play in than something to get done. So I have a few pages in my Trashy journal. So when that's done, I could move this to Mondays, because this is the last prompt for this. What is this? Cranberries? Raisins? I'm making a mess. I wonder if I can open up a bag this way. Or did I try this already? Yeah, it had a lot of little extra tucks and things in there. But I could glue that down. Alright, I'm going to reach inside and glue some of this down. And then I can just glue something over that. Okay, I'm just going to glue a piece of this calendar page inside the bag, just to make it smooth to put something in and out there, I think. Because you got all these different parts of the bag here that need to get glued down. This has certainly been a challenge. Trying to figure out how to work with paper bags. Of course, I guess if you don't keep cutting them up, you don't have to worry about it. I'm worried about flea market season starting on Sunday because I've got so much stuff. And if I find something good, I'm probably going to buy it. Okay, I'm just going to glue that down in there like that. Or is that like that? But last year I found vintage postcards and material, all kinds of things. Oh, stamps. I got Stamping Up stamps, really cheap. Oh, I wonder if I could stamp on this. Let me get some stamps. These are some of the stamps that I bought at the flea market, and have I used them yet? No. The Amen of Nature is always a flower, Emerson. Oh, I didn't even know it had a quote on it. Oh, and Susan said, and Sheree said, add quotes. So this would actually be a stamp and a quote. I didn't know these had quotes on them. I'm just testing these out on a scrap paper first. I think it'll be all right. I can put it on there twice, or I can put two different ones. The heart that gives also gathers, and spread your love everywhere you go. All right, let's see what we can do. And since this is only trash, we don't have to worry too much about it. Okay, so there is one. Just plopped it down. I am not a professional stamper. Okay, we'll go with it. I love when I have glue all over my fingers and then I stamp and then the ink sticks to the glue. And then I've got colorful glue. This one says, spread your love everywhere you go. Mother Teresa. Mother Teresa. I can cut these out and use those as tags later. Okay, I'm going to have to let this dry before I glue it in. Oh, I could doodle on here with a purple pen, couldn't I? Fill in around the edges. All right. They are possum straight, aren't they? Nice and possum straight. It's my bird clock. My kitties are getting a little restless here, so I'm going to have to wrap this up. And I will, maybe I'll finish this tomorrow. Maybe I will. Oh, I gotta clean tomorrow, don't I? Well, maybe I'll finish a couple of pages and then come in here and start organizing. I think it'll take a while for that glue to dry. But that'll be the next thing. in here, and it is going to go where was I going to put it? I'm going to put it on the back of a McDonald's bag that I cut, this one right here. It's going to go right there. But I think I'm going to doodle on it first. All right, so I'm going to start with that tomorrow. And today, at least, I've got a bird. And I've got... Now, I put a card in there. It's not done yet, though. I put some cups on the Dunkin' Donut. I got this page started. I got a background on this page and a belly band. I added something to that page. I worked on that page, and I think that's it, besides sewing my envelope flip in. Oh, and I added lace. I forgot all about my lace already. And I added that. And I added that. All right. Well, I know that's not a whole lot to you folks, but for me, that's a good deal. So I'm just going to wish everybody happy junk journaling, happy trashy journaling, happy paper bag journaling. And please check out Susan Hiles' channel, Susan Hiles Art, and Sheree's channel, Turquoise Dreaming, and you can click on the hashtag paper bag journal pages and visit all the lovely crafters who are working on their paper bag journals. Bye bye.